What's up, everybody? It is I, the Goof. And so, wow, I keep seeing the headline for this article everywhere, but every time I click the article's missing, it's gone. And I think Nintendo's going after websites that talk about it. It's just a theory, it's a conspiracy. I might be wrong, but it seems like Nintendo's shutting down popular websites who have the article. Not the website itself, but they're shutting down that article. They're like, no, it does not need to get out. That's what it seems like because I've had three different links pop up about this information, and then Nintendo, I'm thinking, is going after the websites, going, no, 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 we don't need this going public. We need to, keep this from going as widespread as possible. This is the one article I found that's still up with the information. So, a patent from Nintendo describes a new cartridge format that is presumably the one to be used in the upcoming Switch 2. Leaks from inside Nintendo are incredibly rare. Incredibly, not incredible. Who the hell wrote this? But as we get closer to the official announcement of their next console, nicknamed the Nintendo Switch 2 by fans, there's an interesting amount of information coming out of component providers and other industry sources. Earlier this week, there was the suggestion that the Switch 2 has two fans, implying it's considerably more powerful than the current model, and now there's a new patent which, given the timing, it was only registered in June, can only be for the new console. On the face of it, it doesn't seem to do anything different to the current model, and there's no indication of its capacity, but it once again implies that the Switch 2 will be backwards compatible. uh, Rumors of backwards compatibility go back years, and it's the one thing that Nintendo themselves have hinted about. God, I hate when they put shit in red like that. Throws me off. Thing that Nintendo's hinted about with the new console. Although the more recent rumors have suggested that physical compatibility with Switch cartridges may only be supported in a more expensive model. A cartridge slot takes up a lot of space internally. So it's something that adds to the cost in terms of the component itself and having to build around it, making the console larger as a result. It doesn't look any different. Nintendo, yeah. Uh, bo- 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 uh, None of that is mentioned by the very blandly written patent, but the hope is that the capacity of the cartridge will be bigger than the current ones, uh, since many larger games don't properly fit on them and have had to rely on significant install as well. The issue of storage is a serious one for the Switch too, because if it is more powerful and therefore can run PlayStation 4 style games, most are not going to fit on a current Switch cartridge and will need to take up a lot of internal storage. Call of Duty, for example, is infamous for its bloated file size, and yet Microsoft has been insistent that it wants to bring it to the Nintendo format, to Nintendo formats. That could well be why Nintendo needs a new cartridge format, but as with everything else related to the Switch, it needs an official announcement to confirm. Yes, that's something I've been saying. We have to confirm this shite. Shite needs to be confirmed. Okay? Why are we not confirming this shite? All right? You got to wait for this shite to be confirmed. I see people running their mouths all the time on Twitter, and I'm like, dude, you don't know. None of this is fact. Quit acting like it's fact. We don't really know. In fact, that's what I'm going to say right now. This is, even with the patent, it's purely conjecture, and, you know, it should be taken with a grain of salt, you know? But it's still fun to talk about. So, patent or not, though, it would now be a major disappointment if Nintendo did not announce that the Switch 2 was backwards compatible, thereby giving fans access to the entire existing library of Switch games. Yep, that's a video game cartridge, all right, Nintendo. Like it just looks like the one they have now. It's really hard to tell what's going on, and the language right here, I don't know what that says. It's not in English. Noticing the notch. I don't know if the current one has a notch. So it sounds to me, based on everything I just read, it sounds to me like they're doing like they did with the DS and 3DS. For those who don't know, the the 3DS had this weird thing that stuck out on the side, right? The 3DS cartridge, and it basically just prevented you from putting the 3DS cartridge into the DS cartridge slot. It was just a little piece of plastic that stuck out kind of on the side, and if you put the 3DS cartridge into a DS cartridge, it wouldn't fit. It just wouldn't fit. They're probably going to do a similar sort of thing with the Switch 2, so that the Switch 2 cartridges have some piece of plastic on it, shaped differently, and when it goes to go in, it's going to be blocked because of that plastic. So if you try to put it in the Switch 1, it will not fit. As for the size of these cartridges, as in not physically, but like storage wise, the current Switch uh, cartridges, they can store quite a bit, but a lot of companies are opting out because they're expensive, by the way. Cartridges have always been very expensive compared to discs. But even with that in mind, I've noticed a lot of companies don't put everything on the disc. Not every company puts everything on a cartridge. Cartridges and discs are becoming just expensive sort of things that you just, plug in and then you get the DLC needed, or however you want to say it, the update and everything. It's just CDs are expensive coasters. That's it. You're paying a physical sort of voucher that goes in your console and then says, okay, you can download this, but you're still just downloading it. So I don't know. I I feel like they need to figure out a format for the cartridge that's less expensive and stores more information. That's where they need to go. Are they going to go that direction? I don't know. It's surprising to me that I found this right here, that I found it here, but any other website I go to, I'll show you. I will show you. Nintendo files patent for new Switch cards. This is my Nintendo news. Watch this. Open it up. It seems we can't find what you're looking for. Perhaps searching can help. Yeah, that's a little suspicious. That's not the only website I think is doing it. Oh, this one's up. This one's up. This one's still here. This one's still here. I'm surprised. There's been a few other ones where it's not there anymore. It's been removed. Okay, whatever. Please stop. Dual screen detachable device. That's in 2023. What are you even talking about? Uh, no, that's it. No, that's it. That's it. That's like the only ones. It's it's just a few of them. But there was one I was getting earlier, not just my Nintendo news, but there was like another two other ones that I got notices about, and I clicked on the article, and the article was gone. That is suspicious as hell. And I think Nintendo's going after these, trying to stem the outbreak. And those are some of the biggest websites, I think, is My Nintendo News and whatnot. So, yeah, that's suspicious to me. Very suspicious. Or as the idiotic kids of today would say, sus. Seriously, kids, stop trying to shorten everything. You just sound ignorant. Just say it the way it is. It is pronounced suspicious. Pronounce shit. Spell it out. God damn, I hate you. I sound like an old man yelling at the sky. It's like, shut the hell up. Just getting pissed off at kids. Get off my lawn. I'm so sick of it. Like, it was banged into my head, my generation. It was banged in our head to be, educated. It was banged into our head and everything. And this new generations of these last couple of generations of kids, we're not banging it in their heads to be educated and to be, properly speak and everything. We're not banging it in their heads. So they're getting away with just talking like idiots. And it just pisses me off, especially considering the fact that I have, and I always forget the word for it, but it's where you have difficulties with reading and writing. Um, but yeah, okay, so yeah, this is cool. I'm very interested in it. I don't know if any of this shit is true, but it is interesting. It is fun to talk about. But you know how easy it is to come up with a rumor? Usually, I mean, there is patent like this stuff. But it's easy to just say, "Oh, hey, I heard that such and such, such and such." Like that's it. That's all it takes for a rumor, and then a lot of people take it as gospel. Oh, I heard the Nintendo Switch has 32 gigs of RAM. And then it gets passed around to the point that everybody's like, it's going to have 32 gigs of RAM. And it's like, no, 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 it's not. We don't know what the hell it's going to have. Shut the hell up. Quit acting like there's some facts running around. There's no GD facts running around. Stop being stupid. And that's what I hate about rumors. I hate that rumors become gospel for a lot of people. Just, you got to stop, people. You got to stop. Stop taking it as gospel. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. This has been The Goof. This is probably one of the shortest videos I've done in a while. But I want to see if Nintendo takes my video down. If Nintendo takes my video down, we're going to know something's up. Nintendo, you shouldn't go after places and have shit taken down because it's a sign that it's true. And everybody who has read it is going to go, "Oh, wow." It's called the Streisand effect. Don't do it. Leave the articles up. Let people speculate. Stop worrying about shit leaking because the more you fight things like that, the more you cause a Streisand effect. And then everybody believes that the information that was there was true and you're trying to hide things. Don't do that. That's dumb. Anyhow, I'm out. Have a good one.